Hi, my name is Bhanuja, and today I am going to explain how I did my task 4.2c. We start with the code with using system, then namespace task planner. We define a namespace to organize the code as this is the container. Class program is this is the main class. Static void main string args is the main method. It is where the program starts. String task individual, new string task work is equal to new string. Here we can see that the three arrays are made that store the tasks for personal, work, and family category, and they are initialized to 0. That means they have 0 elements in the beginning. Then there is the infinite loop, then the display task, tasks individual, task work, task family. Here we call display task method that shows the current task. Then console.writeLine to show the output. Then string category console.writeLine to lower. Here we get the user input and then we convert that input to lowercase. Then again console.writeLine to describe your task below. String task is equal to console.writeLine. Here we take the user input for the task description. If category equal to personal. Now here we check that if the category that is selected by the user is personal, we call add task to add the task to the personal list in the next line. That is task individual is equal to add task individual dot task. Now, else if category equal to work. Now, if the category is work, we add the task to its to the specific array that is defined for the work category tasks. Else if category equal to family. If the category is family, we add the task to that specific array. Or else if the category does not match the tree that shows invalid category, or please try again. After that, there are two methods. The first one is display tasks. Here all the tasks that fall in each category get printed. The loop is followed through each array and all the tasks are printed one by one. Then is the turn for the add task method. The add task method adds a new method to uh, that specific array, and there is one new thing that comes here, that gets introduced here, is that we create a new array, or you may say that we resize this array. How do we do so is by creating a new array first, that has one item more, which is displayed by +1. We copy the previous task into the new array and then add the new task, and hence the new array gets formed. So this is how I did the first code.
Now is the turn for question 2 for code 2 of task 4.2c. We start with creating the class task manager. Static list category categories is equal to new list category. Here we make a list, actually a static list called categories that will store all the categories of tasks. And then we have static void main while true. This is actually an infinite loop that presents a menu to the user to choose what actions to be performed. Then the list of actions is add category, remove category, add task, remove task, move task, show task, exit. And this is actually a menu with options for the user to perform different actions. And if the string choice is equal to console.readline takes the user input, and if the choice is 7, then the program exits and returns. Then if a choice equal to 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So this checks the user input and matching to the number calls the method. And if the input doesn't match any valid choice, then invalid choice gets printed. Then we have add category method, where first the name of category is asked, where we just enter a category name and it is stored under the variable name. Then we convert it to lower to make it flexible. Then there is a for loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than categories dot count I plus plus. So this loop checks that if category already exists by with its name, and if there is category already existing with the same name, then it prints a message and exits the method that category exists. And if there is no such category, it adds the new category. And then is the turn for the remove category. Category is equal to select category. That means, first of all, the select category method is called, which helps us select the category that we want to remove. And if the user does not select, and if the user selects no category, that means null, then the method returns with no changes. And if the category is selected, then the category is removed. Then add task method. First of all, in the similar way, this it first prompts the user to select the category to which the task will be added, and if no category is selected, it returns without any change. And if it's selected, then we enter the task name and we enter then the due date with the particular format. And also important, y or n, that means yes or no. Your bool data type is used for the uh, for the choice based on yes or no, and hence a new task is added to the selected category. Then remove task, category is equal to select category. If category is null, that means same in the similar way. If the category is not selected, then no changes are made. And if the category is selected, then the remove task is called and the task is removed. Then move task, uh, it prompts the user to select the category from which the category needs to be moved, and also to which the category needs to be moved. And if nothing is selected, it returns. And the user then, with task item task is equal to from category dot choose task, then the user needs to choose the task from the selected category. And similarly, if no task is chosen, it returns. And also then the category to which the file is going to be moved is selected. And sim and if the name is incorrect, then it gets returned. And if it is correct, the task is removed from the previous category and moved to the next category. Then show tasks. If category count is equal to 0, console.writeLine, no categories return. So this displays all the tasks in the categories. Then there is a loop, a for loop, which helps us run through all the categories to show the tasks in them. Then the select category. So this method allows to select a category, and if there are no categories, then nothing is going to be selected. And after that, we have get valid input, get valid number. So get valid number ensures that the number we give as input is acceptable, lies in a specific range. And then we have get valid date. Get valid date checks the format and it prompts the user to change the format until it is the correct one. Then is the turn for class category. Here, the public string name get, it is the property for the category's name. List is the list of tasks associated with that category. So public category name is equal to name is a constructor. Then add task is a method, and delete task also is a method to delete a task from the category. It Then we have show task. Show task is for displaying all the tasks in the category, in the specified category. Then we have remove task. The remove task is for removing a task. First, we need to select it from the list and then we need to remove it. Then we have choose task. Choose task is a method to choose a task from the list. And if task.count is equal to 0, that means if no task exists in the category, we cannot choose any. So it returns null. Then show task shows the list of tasks in the category. And int index is equal to task manager dot get valid number. It asks the user to choose a task by the number and then return the selected task. Then is return for task item class. Public string name get is the property for the task's name. Due date is the property for the task's due date, and important is for selecting if it is important or not. Then this is the constructor. Your name is where the name of the task is assigned. Due date is for the due date of the task, and important is for the uh, is to check that whether the task is important, marked as important or not. So this was actually a task management system where we perform different functions, like adding, removing, and moving the tasks, removing the categories, adding the categories as tool. Thank you.